Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Napoli Central. My name is Giovanni, and welcome back to another video, another match review. If you're new to the channel, you'll see this has no highlights, so in the thumbnail, you'll see it says match review. There is no highlights in this video, so if you're here for that, I'm sorry. Hopefully, you just exit the video. But if you want to see what I want to talk about on the Napoli perspective, obviously, Napoli Central is an all-Napoli channel. Please do stay tuned. If you're a Napoli fan, subscribe right now. Just click the button. It takes 2 seconds, and it would really support me. We're at like 380, so if we get to like 400, that would be wonderful. Even if you're a PSG fan watching this, you understand English and know what I'm saying, you're more than welcome to tune in. But it just ended from Paris, a 2-2 draw. Napoli really went out there and played their hearts out. You know, PSG has a lot of firepower. No one's ever going to be denying that. And they showed it. They were able to withstand most of it. Obviously, a pressure in the second half led to the own goal by Rui, and then Di Maria with class just finishes an amazing, curler that Ospina was never going to get. That, went around a bunch of people in the box, and fantastic finish in the 93rd minute to tie it. But Napoli really went out there in Paris and really impressed me. I mean, I'm really pessimistic, if you know me personally, and I'm always like, oh, it's gonna be one of those games where we just play like crap and whatnot. But I just, recently it's been a bit different because Napoli have proven to me time and time again that they're a quality team. And it's not that I doubt my own team. I just have pessimistic outlook so that if something bad happens, I can say I was ready for it. That's just how I prepare myself. But Napoli really proved me wrong. And even though we ended up only drawing 2-2, I think we should go out with our heads held high. And we're not going anywhere. We're still in second place in the group. 6 points to Liverpool, who beat Red Star. That's what might come to bite us in the butt in the end, tying Red Star away the first game. But they're at 6 points for Liverpool. We're at 5. PSG's at 4. Red Star at 1. So it's a very tight group, and that shows you that Napoli is in a group that, while it's tough, they're staying in it. They're right in the mix of it. If we had held a 2-1 win, we'd be in first place, and we'd be in very good shape going into the PSG match at home, because we could have potentially tied one, then won one against Red Star, if possible, or Liverpool, and then, even if we lost. But that's just if. There's a bunch of ifs. If you're a good team, you want to go in and win every game. And that's what Napoli should do. And I think Napoli today, with their performance, even though, they started slow and then really grew into the game, just like the second half, after they conceded the own goal, they grew back into the game, calmed down, and went to get that second goal. That's what shows you that you're supposed to be a high-quality team, a top team, and you can beat anybody. And I think Napoli really proved today they can go up against anybody and play well if they just put their minds to it and they play up to their potential. Ancelotti obviously had to make the change with Insigne. Insigne scored. Let's go to the scoring first, actually, now that I forgot that I haven't even gotten into that. It's 3 minutes in. 29th minute, Napoli breaks the deadlock. It was 0-0. Callejon on the right side of the pitch gets a beautiful, puts in a beautiful wraparound pass to Insigne, who's able to make the run into the box and chip it over Areola, and it's a 1-0 lead for Napoli. And everything was all well and dandy after that, because that's when Napoli had really grown into the game. PSG's flaw this whole game was space in the midfield, because every time they pushed up front with Cavani, Mbappe, Di Maria, Neymar, what they do, they left a lot of space in the midfield, or at least a lot of spaces all over the pitch for Napoli to counterattack, and that's where Napoli struck them, and that's what they needed to do. They kept doing it, and that's what Napoli took advantage of. And even in the second half, that's what ended up taking. Ancelotti came out with a plan where he knew that they were going to drill them, go on the attack, and then Napoli would have to counter. It just was as simple as that, and they were able to execute for the most part. There were more chances Napoli could have scored and should have scored, or made more of their possession. But when you're in Paris and the atmosphere is obviously not in your favor, and you need to come out there with some sort of result, 2-2 in the end isn't too bad. But like I said, 29th minute, Napoli had grown into the game. Insigne scored. He actually got injured near the end of the first half. Played in the second half. What minute did he come off? The 53rd. So only played 8 minutes into the second half, which means that injury that he suffered before the Udinese match probably was re-aggravated. I don't remember what it was. I don't know necessarily what it was. Hopefully it's not serious. He walked under his own power. So, it's not like he was carted off. He walked under his own power and was able to do that. So hopefully, it just takes a couple of days of rest. But we'll see. There's no official announcement on that, at least. PSG tied it on a Rui own goal, Mario Rui own goal in the 61st minute. they really came out of the second half blasting. Like, they really just turned on the jets and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. Mounier, I think it was, finally was able to get near the edge of the box, sent in a cross, but Rui actually sliced it into the net, and Ospina was going away from the ball, so the momentum carrying him away from the ball, he had no chance to get there and, you know, try to make a glove save. It didn't happen, and it was 1-1. And then Napoli breaks through again in the 77th minute through Dries Mertens. It was kind of like a broken-up play, and it ended up coming off Marquinhos in the box, and Mertens was literally right there to tap it in near post. And it was a great finish, great moment for Napoli, and they had the lead all the way till the 93rd minute when Di Maria again, unfortunately, both goals came from Rui's side. You know, Rui first with the deflection, and then him on the side of Di Maria. But it's kind of, for me, it's just, you can't really fault him for the Di Maria goal because, I mean, he maybe people could say he stepped in late, but I'm not going to go there. I just think there was a beautiful finish from Di Maria. I don't think any defender would have probably gotten to it. Or maybe, you know, a world-class defender, maybe like a Marcelo or something. I don't know. But it was a great finish from Di Maria. Nothing you can do, and it's 2-2, and that's the way it ends. So, you know, I think there was a couple people with great games today. Insigne was good until he got hurt and had to come off. You know, even with his substitution and him coming off, I think Napoli really just still, you know, turned on the gas again. Was trying to find that space after they composed themselves. They had composed themselves much better in the second half after they conceded the tying goal. So that mentality is great to see from a Napoli perspective because in the past years, that's what we've been lacking. But we conceded the goal, but we didn't just give up and try to end it 1-1. We went and found another goal, and then unfortunately, in the end, we still drew. But, you know, like I was saying, I think Insigne was playing well. I'm glad they still bounced back when he was taken out of the game. I really think Fabian Ruiz had a freaking fantastic game. This kid is showing a lot. No wonder people were saying so many good things about him when he played for Betis and came here, and we activated that transfer clause because he's been pretty good in most of the games that he's played. And today, he really put in a great shift. He was great all game long. Our defense, you know, we handled the firepower for the most part. Unfortunately, the own goal, if we had never conceded that in hindsight, yeah, we win 2-1. But, you know, you can't look at these things in the game. But they did a good job for the most part of clearing out the balls when they had to do it and dealing with that high-powered attacking front. Ospina, great game from Ospina. Saves Neymar's free kick. A bunch of good plays from him. Honestly, even with Mertens coming back, Ospina's been really good lately. I was talking to my friend, and he said that, and it's true. I mean, Ospina's been really good, and Carnesi's has been pretty good the past couple games he's played as well. Maksimovic played that right-back position again, but you know, he wasn't too bad, but, you know, there was times where maybe you'd want a natural right back, but he was pretty decent as well. In the first couple of minutes, Mbappe had gotten past Koulibaly, but Koulibaly was pretty decent all game. The one bad thing, too, I think, is that there's a lot of yellow cards now and a lot of Napoli players, and they're going to have to be careful going forward because one more yellow in the competition means you miss another match, or you miss a match, you're suspended for a match, so we'll see where that goes. Hamsik was a little bit, you know, I don't know if he had too much of a great game, but honestly, I think the whole team put in a great performance, and they showed what they can do. And it's only the beginning, honestly. They can win at home against PSG. They can beat Liverpool again. They can beat Stella Rossa or Red Star. I don't know why I said that in Italian, but we'll see what happens. I'm just very proud of the guys. If you're a Napoli fan, you're watching this video, hit the like button. You should be proud of the guys as well. I know we didn't win the game, but it's a step in the right direction. Carlo Ancelotti's guiding these guys in the right direction. He's getting what he wants out of them. And I'm just glad to see that. So, like I said, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you can. If you're still watching, thanks a lot, guys. I really do appreciate it. Forza Napoli sempre. Ciao.